Good morning and welcome to another edition of Awaken the World. For those who don't know me, my name is Garhen. Namaste and much love to you all today. Beautiful sunny day up here in British Columbia, Canada today. We're going to talk about page 3 of the Course on Awakening, and it starts with the water of life. And if you haven't seen or experienced the water of life experiment yourself yet, I sincerely suggest you go back through the video list and take a look at the Water of Life. You can find that on the YouTube under the complete collection. It's probably the easiest place under the YouTube channel. If you don't have a link to the channel, let me know and we'll get you a link to the channel. One more note about YouTube. We're going to be slowly transitioning our live over to YouTube because it allows for latency and a much clearer video and a better quality stream and more chat options online while we're actually communicating with each other, which is more the way it's supposed to be. So look forward to that coming up within the next few weeks. The Water of Life exercise will give you a very real impression of what our thoughts and our feelings about our thoughts, our perceptions, and that's what our perceptions are. The perception we have of something is nothing more than our thoughts about it and what we feel about those thoughts. And then the body reacts out into the natural world based on that alone. The Water of Life exercise will teach you that your thoughts and your perceptions do indeed have power to affect your own body matrix as well as others around you. And this is all part of our journey towards becoming responsible creators, conscious creators. We as a species have a future so amazing and so big that you couldn't possibly begin to comprehend it. Just take my word on this one, okay? I won't ask you to take my word on very much, but on this one, I would ask you to take my word. There is so much more to what you see right now. So much more. Part of the way to access that so much more is to start and maintain a meditation practice. And, here's the funny thing. What is the purpose of meditation? Meditation really should have no purpose. Believe it or not, purpose will rise out of meditation. Now, I know that again, that sounds, oh, here's Garhen and one of his hard to grasp dichotomies of the relative universe. But this is the truth of things. If we sit in meditation with an expectation that something's going to occur, we're looking for that moment, we're looking to escape to something, you're never going to experience that moment. The moment only comes when you've emptied your cup. And the cup is the mind. And that cup is full to the brim, spilling over constantly every day. It must be emptied. Meditation is the surest, most direct route to that point. Now, meditation comes in various forms. I personally like to partake in active meditation as well. Yoga is a prime example where you can actually have an active meditation, where you can feel the aliveness of the body as you move the body, where you can begin to sense the communication going on. It offers an opportunity to watch the breath. And watching the breath is the simplest, most profound, and often the most successful method of meditating. Another very successful method is watching the breath in conjunction with a mantra, which can be spoken silently in the mind or verbally. In the Awakening course, I suggest using the mantra So Hum, which literally means I am, the two most powerful words in all creation. I am blank. That blank space is replete, filled to the brim, bursting with all possibilities. And we as creators, when we intone, I am happy, I collapse all of the realities for myself down to one point called happy. And I experience happy. This is the power of the I am statement. And this is why so hum is incorporated into the meditation. So when we sit in meditation, it is not necessary to sit in a full lotus position or a half lotus position. Okay. Personally, my knees are so wrecked from too many years of too many hard things in my body that for me to sit in full lotus for any length of time is actually quite painful. So I tend to sit loosely cross-legged, or I sit kneeling on a small bench in a different style that allows me to stay upright a little more naturally. And I'll demonstrate that one in another video as we go over some techniques. So in your positioning, make sure you're comfortable. It is necessary that your back remain not straight, but comfortably upright. And the reason I say that is because, of course, the spine is curved. It more curves like a little bit of an S than it is a straight rod in our back, okay? So you want to be sitting upright naturally with a little bit of attention given to your posture, just enough to hold yourself nice and erect without strain. Now, you can do this with your back against a chair as I am right now, or you can do it sitting on the floor with your back against a couch. Or if you're not up to it, you can do it lying down. One of the disadvantages of lying down is it's very easy to close your eyes and fall asleep. And that is not what meditation is about. Meditation is not an escape. It is not a way from separating yourself from reality. It is a way to actually bring yourself closer to true reality. I suggest in the beginning that you simply gaze down your nose and allow your eyes to light naturally wherever they will and leave your vision there. On the in-breath, you can breathe in so, and you can breathe out hum. An alternative is you can count the out breaths, and every time you get to 10, start again. Go easy on yourself. Make it a game. See how many times you can repetitively watch and count your breaths in a state of full awareness. Meditation is not about asking the entire room to be quiet and about shutting out all noises. The deeper you go inside, your senses will eventually turn off as all of your attention begins to be directed within. So yes, a quieter room is a great place to start, but don't be disappointed when a door slams or a phone rings. Just register it and let it go. Don't attach thoughts to it. See, oftentimes it'll happen like this. You'll be sitting there and you'll have your eyes half closed and you'll be gazing down your eyes and the phone will ring and you don't answer the phone. You're still sitting there, but in your mind, I wonder who's calling. Should I get up and answer the phone? What if it's an important call? What if it's that job I applied for last week? What? And this goes on and on and on with the mind. Simply pull yourself back to center and begin with the breathing again. Do not get caught up in getting frustrated with yourself. Ego fighting ego is what happens when we get frustrated with ourselves. And it is a battle that is never over and cannot be won. Simply cannot. There are three other daily methods you can engage in, and we're going to cover those off as soon as we talk about one more type of meditation, and that's known as walking meditation. And walking meditation is a little different than one may think. It doesn't involve just walking. It involves walking with purpose, minding each step, breathing in and out of each stride. I invite you to try it for yourself. Walk slowly, one step, one breath. Walk with care. Try to walk bare feet on the grass Obviously, with us in the snowbank, we're not doing that. For us, it was snowshoes. But do give it a try with your feet off in the grass and simply become aware of your breathing and allow your body to move naturally as you take part in what's happening. Because keep in mind, the ego always thinks it's the one doing the work, but in fact, the ego does nothing. We, in truth, do nothing. Life is living itself through us. It is the body's intelligence that moves and makes us walk, not the ego. These other techniques that we can engage in, the first one is to simply become mindful of our breath multiple times a day. Even one or two conscious breaths, mindfully taken, a half a dozen times a day will do more for you inside of a year than any number of books or lectures you may attend or any number of these videos you may watch. Make becoming mindful of your breath, mindful of life within and around, a natural part of your daily cycle. The second fantastic technique you can use to gain more awareness and become more awake in your daily life is to get in touch with the what we call the body aliveness. It's the sense of livingness, the sense of beingness, the sense of life itself that you can feel within you when you pay attention to this energetic space we would call the body. You can literally feel the energy of you. And it's so much more than limited to just behind your eyes. So much more. The last and easy technique that you can actually do is engaging in sensory awareness. And there's many ways to practice this. It can be as simple as standing in your room still and allowing your gaze to take in everything without labeling. Watch for the tendency to label and realize that without the labels, you're still fully aware of what you're looking at and what the purpose of the thing you're looking at is. You don't need that voice in your head to communicate that. It's ad-libbing on top of existence all the time. You can also take time to pick an object, an apple, an orange, a particularly beautiful candle, or a work of art, and allow your senses to take it all in, to honestly see it for the first time in its completeness, without the mind in the way. During meditation, you can simply close your eyes for a minute and become aware of all the sounds as a way to help pull you back to center and pull you back to the now, especially if you wake up after a few minutes and realize that you've been lost in meanderings in your past or contemplating some future event that you're worried about. Don't beat yourself up. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Simply come back to the breath. Perhaps pay attention to the sounds around you and allow that to ground you back into the now. And keep working on emptying that cup. The emptying of the cup happens quite naturally. And it happens through many processes. A lot of those processes are ones we've talked about in these videos, about giving up worrying about what other people think, because you never had any control of it to start with. Giving up the need to explain yourself, because you understand that that simply splits your energy. One half of you is trying to explain yourself, and the other half of you is saying, wait a minute, I know what I'm doing here. The things that benefit us in life, we must learn to be cognizantly aware of and then begin to make conscious ritual out of them. And as we talked about on Sunday, ritual is nothing more than symbolic acts performed consciously. And everything we do can become ritual. Everything we do can lead and show us as we move towards awakening. Higher and higher levels of consciousness, higher and higher levels of being. This is the beauty and truth of our existence, not this limited small sense of self. As far as the meditation goes, it would be fantastic at a minimum that you engage in to start 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening. If you can fit a midday session in, those are incredibly beneficial. Work your way up to 15 to 20 minutes twice a day, and the profound changes in your life over the course of a month will become evident. Now, I must make this clear. Meditation is not about sitting and daydreaming, and nor is it about slumping over and going to sleep. It is about a constant awareness, an easy, relaxed spaciousness that isn't judging what's coming, that isn't trying to anticipate what's coming, but is simply allowing it to be. Surrender. That's what meditation is really about. Much love and namaste to you all. We'll talk again soon and have a wonderful day.